Hello and welcome to Gay Bros Collab. I am Emma, filling in for Robert, and he will be back next week, so do not fret. Your, usually scheduled tuber will be back. So, topic this week is what is your biggest fear and what would you do to overcome it, or how do you plan to overcome it? Well, my biggest fear is probably just being hugely unsuccessful in my life, and not with like money or anything, but the idea that when you're little you never think to yourself, oh man, it would be great to like wind up being a homeless person or something, freaks me out. Like no one when they're little thinks that they're going to grow up to be like a murderer or homeless or broke or just a victim of some crazy crime. Like no one thinks that stuff's gonna happen, but it does happen to a lot of people. So, not that I'm necessarily, like, my biggest fear isn't like being the victim of like some crazy crime, although that's a bad one. It's probably just more along the lines of like being one of those people whose life just never seems to like pan out. You know what I mean? Like you go along with your life, you're bopping along, you're making these plans, you're going to college, and you just can never get the job that you want. You can never really fulfill everything that you grew up thinking you were going to. And that's really frightening for me. And one of the biggest things for me that I've always been afraid of not accomplishing is finding someone to spend the rest of my life with. And luckily enough for me, right now I'm with someone that I feel like that's, like, it's definitely going to be a thing. And I don't think I'm going to fail in that aspect. But I was pretty convinced in middle school that I was going to. But that's what happens when a bunch of preteen kids are telling you that you're fat and ugly. So, oh well. But I'm trying to be a high school teacher, and being a high school teacher is not a particularly lucrative job, and it's also kind of a hard one to get now. So, I think it's a pretty common fear to have, thinking that, hey, maybe my life's not going to work out the way I wanted it to. They say that people of my generation are gonna switch jobs like 4 to 5 times in their lifetimes. Just completely switch careers. Everything that I've studied up to this point could be gone in a couple years just on a whim. And that's frightening. So I think the way that I'm planning on overcoming my biggest fear is just doing everything in my power to ensure that I become a successful individual with a job in the field that I love, with the dude that I love, although, it doesn't... For me, it's dude. For everyone else, it can be whatever you want. And just, being as moderately happy as someone in a lower pay scale, like, American job life thing can be. So, those are my thoughts. That's my fear. That's how I'm probably going to overcome it, which sounds pretty lame, but hey, you do what you can with life, you know what I'm saying? So, this has been Emma, and I will talk to you guys some other time.